So it turns out that the video I'm about to make is my 40th video of how to make a delicious cocktail. And the very first one I made was how to make an old fashioned, and I made that a while ago, and I just resuscitated it as a series because, well, we're in lockdown and people are bored and there's something to do with the drinks in your cupboard, and you know, since when isn't daytime drinking a good idea when you've got a pandemic going on? But that first one that I did was an old fashioned, and I did it because I was trying to make a how-to for someone who had not ever learned to make an old fashioned, yet I'd given them a bottle of rye whiskey as a gift, and I wanted them to be able to use it to make a delicious cocktail. Now for today's cocktail then, I thought I would make an old fashioned, but I wanted to make a different kind of one. And ever since I was at university, I've been kind of fascinated with the idea of mezcal. I read Under the Volcano by Malcolm Lowry, and it's a bit of a depressing read of a British consul in Mexico drinking himself to death on mezcal. But since then, I've tried it, I like it, it makes interesting drinks, and it's a component in today's drink, the Oaxaca Old Fashioned. So let's just get straight to it. It's unsurprisingly for a Mexican drink, also with tequila, and I am going to use a reposado tequila, 1.5 ounces of that. Like so. And then it calls for a 1/2 ounce of mezcal. I'm not sure that this Pelotón de la Muerte is the best mezcal out there. In fact, I'm fairly sure it isn't, but it's been working pretty well for me in the cocktails I make. Nice and smoky, really very interesting drink, as I've mentioned already. And there we go, it's 1/2 ounce of that. And we're sticking with the really the theme of this drink, and I'm going to put in a bar spoon of agave syrup. And a bar spoon, it's about a teaspoon, right? And I may have mentioned before, I like a tad more sweetness than is typical for cocktails today. They've been tending to get less and less sweet, more and more bitter, but I sometimes like a bit of sweet to balance it out. But go with your own tastes, whatever works for you. And then the final ingredient here is a couple of dashes of Angostura bitters. We are going to stir this puppy up. It's a great sound actually, that stirring of the ice in the glass mixing jar. It doesn't need to be too cold because we're going to pour it into a glass with ice. So we can just do that. That is a very interesting colour. There's a couple of dashes of Angostura. But now we're going to do the interesting thing, which one of the reasons I want to do this is it calls for a flamed orange peel. And to do that, you cut a kind of circle of orange like this. Try not to get into the orange juice. I got slightly into the orange flesh there, but that should be okay. And then you need a match. I have a big box of matches just here, and you like that. And then what you want to do is squeeze this. There you see a little spark. Not much of a spark, but I'll throw that in there. If you're lucky when you do it, you'll wind up with this sparkling, maybe I need a fresher orange, but that's still pretty good. And let's give this a try. Eso es excelente.